you get in here in a situation, it's very common when you go to the sitting, especially if you go to the underhook, the guy backs up. And anytime the guy backs up, they usually drop the head down, which is bad, because then you're going to hit that guillotine right off the rebound here. And again, the best example, unquestionably the best example is Marcelo Garcia. Whenever he gets underhooks, when you go to back away from him, man, he's a beast with this move. He'll come here, and when you go to pull back, what he'll do is he'll come up to the head with the one hand, and he'll drop this underhook hand right underneath on the other side. Now, for me, I'm right-handed, so I want to do the guillotines more often than not with my right hand, but in an ideal situation, you want to be able to do it left and right, because you never know what side the guy will be on. But for the sake of practice, I'm here, I bring my arm under, and I want to just snap that head down and catch the head right underneath the other arm here. Okay, the trick to it is, and there's nothing wrong, like let's say I didn't want to do it with my right hand, I wanted to do it with my left hand, there's nothing wrong with snapping and coming around here. But at the more elite level, what happens is guys, it all takes a split second, and they recognize and rip their head out of it. This is a little quicker because what happens is he doesn't really think much of this. He doesn't even think really much of this. But once you club his head and catch it, it's usually too late. Someone like Marcelo, if you guys ever seen Marcelo, I mean, his forearms are like the size of most guys' legs, man. When he gets that guillotine on, like it's brutal. Like I've talked to guys that say that their throat hurts for like 2 weeks after the guillotine. Okay, so here, and a lot of guys ask me, say, what's the best time to do this? Well, it depends. Like a lot of times I'll go for that sitting guard sweep, and if the guy sprawls back or I just can't seem to get it, the head will naturally drop more often than not, especially from this position. Okay, when that happens, that's your setup to this. So, I mean, there is rhyme and reason why you would do this second. And just like I said before, your sitting guard sweep is much like a jab in boxing. You know, your jab doesn't knock the guy out, but it does set him up for the cross, the hook, the uppercut. Okay, here, get him back up a little bit. Hand goes to the head, other hand's coming under. I'm going to club his head down. And remember, I'm not going to catch it on this arm. If my right arm went under Matt's neck first, that's the side I'm pulling it to, because that's going to be the easiest side to get it to. Then I lock up. What way do I lock? Well, the way we always teach is to go over your hand, close your fist just like this. Both elbows are really tight. I'm not going to go over top of Matt's arm. Not that that's wrong, you can do this. But I found that you've got to be really, really strong to hit that move. If you're probably, I would say, of average strength, this is better to go in front of the arm. And I want to be here. You close your fist so the guys can grab your finger and start yanking away at your fingers. You want to be here like this, okay? Elbows tight, just like I was saying. T-Rex arms, elbows tight to your body the whole time. Here, I catch. Once I catch this up here, okay, I want to make sure, again, there's no space here. This is really tight. I lock it up. I'm going to take my left leg and I'm going to throw it right over Matt's backside here. Then I'm doing this, squeezing and finishing with my guillotine. Worst comes to worst, even if you get this on and you don't get the choke, usually the guy will have to roll to get out and you just chase him and get on top anyway. So it kind of works both ways. Of course, the choke is what we really want. But a lot of times the guy's going to roll, chase him on top, and you get the reversal out of it. So it's really kind of win-win for you. Again, you underhook, and anytime you don't have to do the sitting guard sweep. Let's just say the guy backed up right off the gate here, right out of the gate. That's when you would do this. You come right up here to the head and the neck, then the other arm's going to come under, and I snap and push that head down. I lock this up here. Okay? Sometimes if you get in here, the most important thing you got to remember, to counter a guillotine, the guy's going to try to run the body this direction here. Okay? That's why, see, if Matt gets like this, and he outguns me and beats my legs, I've got nothing. I've got to make sure that this left leg hooks over his backside. That way, if I lock this up here and Matt goes to run, I get that leg right here. Squeezing and finishing. When you squeeze the guillotine, guys, remember, you're here, your elbow going directly across your waist is good, but if you can drive that elbow down to the floor and really, really squeeze with your arms, your shoulders, your back, everything in there, it's going to make it that much more difficult to get out of. And a good drill for this, if you guys ever have a chance at home, just take a pillow and wrap the pillow up and just work on just literally squeezing the pillow as hard as you can for as long as you can. And that will make your guillotine much, much stronger. Here again, like this, I go to hit that sweep piece here, I'm going to bring my arm under and I'm going to snap and catch his head right here. Remember, under the chin, not across the face. As soon as I lock this up here, I want to throw my left leg right over Matt's backside. I'm not even worried about my right leg. The most important thing is that that left leg gets over the backside. From there, I mean, that's a tough one to get out of. Very, very hard. Okay, so let's get back to the partners. Let's work on that one, guys.